That's right. I ate the divorce papers, Charles. I ate them with ketchup, and they were good. Good. You probably want me to start getting serious about our divorce. The thing is, you always called our marriage a joke, so let's use logic here. If A, we never had a serious marriage, then B, we can't have a serious divorce. No, we can't. The whole thing's a farce, Charles. A farce that tastes good with ketchup. I mean, wasn't it last week your dad asked you the reason you walked down that aisle with me, and you said, for the exercise? That's funny. You're a funny guy, Charles. I'm laughing, I'm not crying. I'm laughing because you're about to give up on a woman who is infinitely lovable. For instance, Paul. He has loved me since the 8th grade. I mean, sure, he's a little creepy, but he really loves me. He has made 127 passes at me, proposed 47 times, and sent me over 200 original love sonnets. He sees something in me, Charles, and he writes it down in a metered verse. That's not something you just find every day. Someone who really loves everything about who you are as a person. Paul may be insane, but I value his feelings for me. I would never ask him to sign his name to a piece of paper promising to just turn off his feelings for me forever. But that's what you're asking me to do for you, to sign away my right to that sweet voice, Charles. Those baby brown eyes, the way your hands feel through my hair before bed, those aren't things I want to lose. And I won't lose them. I won't lose you. I'll woo you. I've written you a sonnet. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and I'm not crying. I'm laughing. It's all a big joke. It's very funny, Charles. I keep waiting for you to say April Fools. Then I'll run into your arms and... But you're not going to, are you? No, of course not. It's not April. I didn't really write that sonnet, you know. Paul did. I think it's good. You see, the truth is, Charles, I ate the divorce papers. I ate them because I couldn't stomach the thought of losing you.
Oh, sweetheart, I wish I was here to tell you the same thing. I really do.
I never felt more unattractive in my life. And I'll tell you another thing. Men don't flirt with pregnant women. I was in Shakespeare and Company for a reading, trying to stay in touch with the literary world. When this man, he must have been a model or an actor, he was just gorgeous. He came around to the other side of the bookshelf, opposite me to check me out. And he started flirting. Dangerously. He said I had incredibly sensual eyes, and in between we talked about Kintera and Hemingway and Ménage à Trois, and finally he came around to get closer. We were really getting out of hand. And then he saw that I was pregnant. His entire face changed. Suddenly, I wasn't the woman he wanted to screw, I was Mother Teresa. Oh, what's the baby do, boy or girl? My wife and I are planning on starting a family soon. He was so flustered, trying to make up for his bad behavior by showing the deepest amount of concern for my health and well-being. I was sickened. I was so furious that I took my stack of books and I dumped them on his feet, and I said, contrary to popular belief, pregnant women do have sex, and I stormed out of the store. I hated her for that. For ruining a good flirtation. But the worst part of it all, the part that they don't tell you about, it's all the visits to the hospital, all the phone calls. The first time that I took her out into the stroller, everyone is so excited, so goo-goo-eyed over the whole thing, and you have to play this happy mother, or I've never been more thrilled role. I tell you, I can't wait to go back to work. It was there then that I realized that I had this sort of affection for her. I'd come home from a long day at work and I'd look up at her and she'd have a big smile on her face. Well, it really does warm your heart. But even then, it's nothing more than coming home to a sick and needy puppy. I mean, she was sweet and I liked holding her and talking to her, but when she started crying or whining, I just wanted to well, when they start walking and talking, they become much more interesting. And she's fun to do girl things with. When Jonathan's watching a football game, we go to a room and we play or we read books. And I love dressing her. She's acquiring a great sense of style. She dresses just like me. But you see, the part that they don't tell you about in books, and it's exactly what they should, is that the whole maternal instinct theory, it was developed by men to keep women pregnant and barefoot in the kitchen. I just wish someone would have come out and told me when I was sick and trying so desperately to get pregnant. It's not all it's made out to be.
Shot Zachary. I put the gun down on the piano bench, and then I went out to the kitchen and made up a pitcher of lemonade. I was dying at first. My mouth was just as dry as a bone. I made it just the way I like it too, with lots of sugar and lots of lemon. And then I drank 3 whole glasses. They were large glasses too, about this tall. And then my stomach kind of swelled all up. I guess it was from all that sour lemon. And then what I did was, I wiped my mouth off with the back of my hand like this. And then I called out to Zachary. I said, Zachary, I made up a picture of lemonade. Could you use a glass? But he didn't answer. So I made him a glass anyway, and I took it out to him. And there he was, lying on the rug. He was looking up at me like he was trying to speak words. I said, what? Lemonade? You don't want it? Would you like a Coke instead? And then I got the strangest idea. He was telling me to call on the phone for medical help. I called up the authorities. I gave my name, my address. I told him my husband was shot and he was lying on the rug and there was plenty of blood. I guess it's going to look kind of bad. Me fixing all that lemonade before I called the hospital. I tell you, I think the real reason I made that lemonade, I mean, besides the fact that my mouth was dying of thirst, was because I was afraid. I was afraid that they would think that I had tried to shoot Zachary, which is what happened, and that they would accuse me of possible murder and send me to jail, which is what happened and what's happening, because here I am, just about ready to go off to Parchment prison farm. Here I am on the brink of utter doom. I feel so alone. I can't believe my life has become so corny. But it can't be helped. We are discussing life and death, and not in the abstract either. We are discussing my life and my death, and my brain is dulling. I'm scared. I want to hide. I just want to curl up in a little ball. I want to tell you how it feels. I want to explain it, to use my words. It's as if I can't, I'm like a student and this is the final exam and I don't know what to put down because I don't understand the question and I'm running out of time. I'm going to need to begin aggressive pain management if I'm going to stand it. It, such a little word. In this case, I think it signifies being alive. I have to do something. I am in terrible pain. Oh God, it is so painful. So painful. I am in goddamn pain. I have a fever of 101 spiking to 104. I have bone metastasis in my pelvis and in both fevers. There is cancer eating away at my goddamn bones. And I did not know there could be such a pain on this earth. These are my last coherent lines. It came so quickly after taking so long. Not even time for a proper conclusion. And death shall be no more. And death, thou shalt die.
of advice I think I've ever given anyone is don't care too much about what other people think. Well, that's fine to say, but it's really hard to do without feeling self-conscious about yourself. I mean, there are people who really, truly don't care what other people think. Great! There are men walking around in bicycle shorts and nothing else. It's hard to look at, but it's difficult not to look at all at the same time. Yet they couldn't care less. I've decided that the key to doing whatever you want is standing out, but fitting in. Take fashion, for instance. I wear boring clothing. I don't wear the trendy stuff. I don't understand it, and I don't care. I am pretty sure, most of the time, that fashion designers are trying to see what they can get away with. They want to know if they can get you to dress up like a circus clown, a prostitute, or, worse yet, a clown prostitute. and take clothes shopping. There was a time where shopping involved an actual dressing room. You had 4 walls and a door. Now you could close this door and you could be dressed or cry or whatever you do in a dressing room. But there was a door. There is not a door any longer. You go to get dressed and the door is getting higher and higher up and lower down. You know that everyone can see the underwear going around your ankles. I don't know about you, but I take off my underwear regardless of what I'm trying on. It's a habit, really. They made the door so tiny so that the stylist can get to you. Can I get you anything? Need anything? Need help with anything? My name's Rachel if you need anything. I'm a Capricorn, so I love to help people. My uncle's in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Do you think I'm pretty? I hate my job! They are there to help you and to tell you look nice because, obviously, you don't have opinions of your own. And now they've also taken the mirror out of the dressing room, so now you're forced to take a look at yourself. Oh, you look fabulous. Really? Yeah. That boss makes your ass look fabulous. That's how they get to you. If they tell you that your ass is looking fabulous, you're buying it. Oh, you look fabulous and your ass looks fabulous. Is that a bra? Well, it makes your ass look fabulous. Thank you.
contemporary art. Quiet. Today, you just listen. What will future scholars see when they study us? A portrait of women today. There you are, ladies. The perfect likeness of a Wellesley graduate. Magna cum laude, doing exactly what she was trained to do. Slide. A Rhodes Scholar. I wonder if she recites Chaucer while she presses her husband's shirts. Slide. Now you physics majors, you can calculate the mass and the volume of every single meatloaf that you made. Slide. A girdle to set you free. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does it mean? I give up. You win. The smartest women in the country. I didn't realize that by demanding excellence, I would be challenging. What did it say? What did it say? The roles you were born to fill? Is that right? The roles you were born to fill? It's my mistake. Class dismissed.
I was sitting on the subway. He didn't listen to what I said when I definitely said it loud enough for the whole car to hear, and they didn't listen to what I said when I said the words that make mothers' heads turn and victims' stomachs turn. Nobody listens to what I say. My words don't matter because I'm a whore. Couldn't you tell? I've heard it's obvious by the way that I walk.
Like I own the world. Like I praise myself.
Like I am confident. Like I don't have an eating disorder anymore. Like I no longer hate myself like I did.
Like I have my own opinion.
But we all know that I don't in this because, after all, I am just a woman and women want sex just as much as men do. And women are asking for it all the time, so... Why should it matter that a stranger groped me on the train?
She didn't say stop loud enough anyway. She didn't say stop loud enough anyway.
Sarah. She's gonna find out from someone else in the family.
I told him already.
Anyway, how is it any different with Auntie Agnes? The woman with the Trump bumper sticker and the Make America Great Again beer hat? You really think she can handle it?
She may be politically active and slightly religious.
Slightly religious. That is an understatement. Have you seen that gigantic cross? Remember how she told us that story about how she fended off the muggers with the gigantic cross?
I know.
And then that drunken tangent on Thanksgiving about the life of Job and how the liberals need to overcome his adversities. And
I know, but...
And how she wanted to build the seawall across the Atlantic to better protect us from terrorists.
You can't engineer a seawall.
Damn straight you can't engineer a seawall, and you can't come out to Auntie Agnes.
Oh, my little poster squirrel. I'm so happy that we could have dinner tonight. It's been so long since we've had the chance to talk.
It really has. So why don't you tell us about that Nancy Reagan fan club of
Of
yours?
course, but first I want to hear the thing that Sarah had to tell me.
Yeah, about that
taken, you know, all your faves. Yeah. And she went to the bookstore and bought every Ayn Rand book, from The Fountainhead to Atlas Shrugged, and Auntie, I say this with the greatest conviction. The girl wants to make America great again.
Stop it.
Stop what?
I'm just gonna tell her.
Did you not decorate your dorm?
No, I didn't.
Sarah?
No, I'm just gonna say.
Well, you two are acting as secretive as Hillary Clinton with those emails. I promise, whatever it is, I can handle it.
Auntie, Agnes, I'm.
She's voting for Bernie.
You're doing what?
No,
What is it?
Auntie Agnes, the truth is, I'm gay.
Wait, did you? What's wrong?
Nothing, just. Why did you laugh?
Oh, I'm just relieved. I can't have my niece voting for that Sanders fellow. Wait, did you think I was laughing because... Oh, no. Oh, dearie. It doesn't matter that you're gay. I will love you no matter what, whomever you choose to be with.
Thank you, Auntie. I love you.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I shouldn't have told you not to.
Don't worry about it.
Just as long as you're not in for that Sanders fellow. That oldest dirty socialist psychopath. I assure you that such an act is unforgivable, and should you choose to execute it, I will take the greatest measures to disown you. That goes for you too, Renee.
Of course not!